After you have done all that there is to be done, you've studied, practiced questions, done Q banks multiple times, and read the first aid over and over. There is one last thing to work on: self-confidence. In this video, we will look at how you can develop the confidence you need to crush your exams. There are several reasons why a once competent and very smart medical student might become livid and lose confidence while in med school or when faced with the USMLEs. For many students, it's after you have failed your first attempt at the USMLE, whether step 1 or step 2 CK, you suddenly question yourself: was I ever truly intelligent, or was I just deceiving myself all along? For some others, you've had so many people lament about how difficult the exams are. You know firsthand of so many students that failed the exams, including those you considered smarter than you are. So you become scared because these many people cannot possibly be wrong about how difficult the exam is. About 3 years ago, I had a student who scored about 254, 248 on her self-assessment, 2 different self-assessments. And on the real exam, she scored a 225. I was shocked beyond belief, but it awakened me to how terribly a lack of confidence can affect a student. A great student can perform just average, and an average student might fail altogether. It's similar to what performance anxiety does to a speaker, but after you have done all that there is to be done, you must reach a point where you begin to believe that you are capable. If I have done all this work, then there must be something in it for me. That is the idea you need to have. There are 3 points on your USMLE journey where a good dose of self-confidence will be crucial. The first is at the very beginning of your preparation, because how can you even bring yourself to begin if you don't believe you could ever make it? You need to know from the start that I'm going to study XYZ subject, and by the time I'm done, I will become competent, because it's true. You will become competent. It's an error to start preparation with ideas like, if I pass, I pass, or let me just see how it goes. Sometimes you have so low confidence that your target score is just pass. Imagine going on a journey with someone and you ask him, how do we get there? And he goes, well, if we get there, we get there. You'd better be sure he'll be traveling alone. Secondly, you need the courage to continue. How many people do you know in your life, or even yourself, that start projects that are excited, full of life, full of enthusiasm, only to give it up halfway? You can probably think of a lot of examples of you doing this yourself. And similarly, several students have begun preparation for the USMLE and stopped after a few months, stopped after a few weeks, just giving up altogether because somehow you can't muster the strength or find the courage to pick yourself up to continue. You need to recognize that the challenges you will face are a vital part of the process. You need to come to terms with the fact that you perform badly sometimes. You get low scores, you miss your timelines, you fail to follow your schedule, you feel like you're crushing it one day and feel completely lost the very next day. You need the courage to not let your bad days define the entire process or who you are. The suicide rate is high among physicians, I believe partly because many times the career becomes a central part of their personality. Just like you may have made your success on the USMLE a defining part of your life. Hence, the stressors on the job or bad events in their practice have significant impact on how they see themselves and who they think they are. If you are like this, you're going to have a rough journey going into the USMLEs or going into these exams. You need to understand that there will be good days and bad days. You score very high on some days and on others not so well, but you must keep going. It's all part of the process, and those ups and downs are helping craft a better person out of you. Finally, you would need the confidence to pick a date. Pick a date, yes. Pick a date and go take the test. You've studied, your scores look great. Come on, book the test. Go write it now you're hot and the information is fresh. It would be a big mistake to toss it all up because of anxiety. Some persons get so stressed they decide to take a break, and by the time they return, their scores take a dive. I have seen this times and times again. It's really sad. You're a doctor or a doctor in the making. Now, whether you believe it or not, you are capable of so much more than you can imagine. Don't sell yourself short by constantly questioning your ability. The rule is, if I spend enough time on this, if I do what I need to do, put in the work I need to put in on this, I'll get it. And if I can't get it, I'll get help. But whatever it takes, I'll get it done. I tell myself that every time concerning everything important I have to do in my life. If I spend enough time on this, I'll get it. If I can't, I'll get help. But whatever it takes, I'll get it done.